What up, Brother Jones here, man. This is a little talk video for y'all. We're gonna talk about some builds, and the best builds in this game after patch 7, man. Not too much has changed on the build talk, but you know what I'm saying, we like talking about builds. So I'm saying on the channel we talk about builds a lot, so I'm just gonna talk about my opinion of the best builds. This is some Court Conquer gameplay, man. It ain't really too important. I'm playing on my play sharp, playmaking primary. I'm a little rusty on the dribbling. Don't make fun of me. I'll get back. I'm gonna get it back. I've been playing on my lock and stretch and sharpshooter. I ain't really been having the dribble, so I have to get back in sync with it. Once I get back in sync, you'll see it. But let's get to the point of the video, man. We're gonna talk about the most overpowered builds in this game after patch 7. If you want to make a new build, what build would you make today to win? Because let's be real, man. Let me get something across in this video. There is no real true skill gap in this game, bro, in my opinion. There is something called an archetype gap in this game. Basically, depending on what archetype you have, you will dominate your opponent, more so the skill factor. What do I mean? If somebody brings I don't know, let's say they bring a slashing playmaker. Let's just say that. Let's say somebody bring out a slashing playmaker and his friend's a glass cleaner, alright? And they get pulled up on by a pure stretch big and a glass cleaner. Who you think 9 out of 10 times is gonna win that? We ain't even talking. Let's say they're all elite threes. They're all elite threes. They all got the same record. Who you think gonna win that game most likely? You're gonna say the stretch big and glass. Why? Because the stretch archetype is way more overpowered at the one than almost every single guard in this game. Which means the slashing playmaker might be more skilled than the stretch, but you can't tell because the stretch green every 3 in his face. So the stretch look better than him. And the stretch will go in game and tell me, hey, get out the court. You got dropped off. But in reality, the gap difference is the archetype. It ain't that he's better than him. He can't guard the stretch because he made baby arms on his playmaker so he can shoot. Which is about every playmaker. Every playmaker has baby arms because they want to shoot. They want to be able to shoot. So every guard has baby arms. So when you put your hands up on a stretch, sometimes even if you have your hands up, it still doesn't give a contest sometimes. So if the stretch is money with his shot, he's gonna hit it over the slashing playmaker. So what does that mean? The archetype gap is the big difference here. It ain't even more so who's more skilled. It depends on the archetype. You can get a play sharp. Get a play sharp and you get a stretch, right? Now let's say you're going against a 7-3 glass and a 7-3 post. Alright? The play sharp and glass can win. The play sharp and stretch can win, but if the post score and glass get the ball first, bruh, and they're good, they probably gonna beat you. How? Post score's gonna get hot. He's gonna just do post phase. He's gonna catch every board over the stretch. He's gonna take it up. They're both just gonna take turns bodying the little guys up. And if both those guys are bazzed out, the post score is gonna score on the guard 10 out of 10 times. Let's say the stretch want to guard him, he's getting scored on 2. So it's really twos in this game is just center. You almost have to run center in this game. You almost have to run center in this game, bro, to even compete, to even win on the twos. You gotta run center. I've seen streaks. I literally loaded into myPARK before. I've seen a streak where it was 2 7-3 glass cleaners streaking, and I watched how they were playing. I looked at their record. They're both terrible record. I was just watching from a distance. They both had terrible record, and they're literally just paint mashing. They were beating everybody from paint mashing. They beat some elites. They beat pros because they simply 1-7-3 got the rebound, 1-7-3 took it up, and it just kept on. Like, what kind of, like, bruh, this game is goofy, bruh. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you what's the best build in my opinion. I just had to get that out, man. This game, the real skill is the archetype you pick, the builds you got. If your build's dominant, you're gonna win more games than the guy that build isn't dominant. Somebody has a pure point for it, he can be great with it. But if he gets a play sharp, he'll win more games with it, using the same skill, because the build can shoot better. Somebody that has a 6'3 pure sharp, can win games and be godly, but if he makes a 7-foot stretch big, puts a similar jump shot on, he'll be dominant and win even more games because of his height. So best builds in the game is literally what we on right now. Alright. Play sharp, lockdown, stretch. Glass cleaners in there if you combo with the stretch. If it ain't with a stretch, maybe a shot creator. Cause shot creators are they're still AIDS, bro. But see, if you remember the beginning of this game when I was using my pure shot creator, that was when shot creator was most hated. I hate shot creators. Shot creators take no skill. Now you don't see nobody complaining about shot creators no more. Why? Because the stretch big has took over so much. It doesn't matter. The shot creator losing to the stretch big now. Every lineup you run in park, if you run twos in park, you're gonna play stretch big and glass. You can't run from it no more. There's no point in running from it. You're gonna play it. The Ammies with the 80 and 100 records are all making stretches and glasses. That's all they are. My 7-3 stretch video I made yesterday. I mean, a day ago. A lot of y'all were complaining, you're a bum. You just zigzag in between in the inbound and shooting. Bro, that was the point of the video. I wasn't there bragging, talking about how great I am for doing that. I was literally saying, look how cheese this is. I've never bragged in any of my stretch big videos talking about how godly I am, because the build itself, it doesn't require that much effort to be good at it. All you need is some badges and a good jump shot and your cash, because contest doesn't matter. You can shoot in people's face and it doesn't matter. So you don't even need that much IQ for the position. Honestly, man, the position that take the most skill to me is probably playmakers in general and posts. The reason I say posts is because before the takeover, you actually gotta have some kind of skill. I've seen bums use posts and they can't do anything with it. I literally clamp post scores with my stretch. They can't do anything with it. Posts actually take some skill until they get the takeover. Then they get the takeover, there ain't no skill involved anymore. None. Because at that point, you just push the dunk button close to the rim and you literally shove them out the way. But getting to it, I do respect post scorers, man. I do respect post scorers now. I play this one, I've seen that you actually have to know moves to score. You actually have to get that fadeaway timing good, know when to fade away, know when to drop step, know when to pull. I respect post scorers. I would not say post scorers is a position that takes no skill. You want to actually have skill, go make a post score, dominate with not a 7-3 post, buddy. Okay, I'm not talking about that, because that's easy, because you're just 7'3" and you're taller than everybody, you know. I'm talking about the 7-foot post, the power forwards, man. They actually require more skill, especially because they got to go against glass cleaners. And if you can kill a glass cleaner with a post, and the glass cleaner got a rim protector, and you can kill rim protector, you actually are pretty good at post scoring. You got some skill in the game. We can respect that. Glass cleaners, yeah. I mean, it depends. There's some bad glass cleaners in the game. It doesn't take that much effort to be a glass, but I mean, to be honest, you really want to win, you just push people. You don't even gotta set a screen, bro. You just push. You see in this gameplay, all we doing is pushing AI. Literally, how to win Court Conquer, just push the AI. How to win Park, push them. Honestly, if you really want to be 100, you ain't even gotta set a screen. You just push the man. You know what I'm saying? You see this whole video, I'm telling board count to push the AI. The most OP move in the game, and some reason pure lockers don't get called for it. This is my opinion though. The most OP builds in this game is a play sharp, because once it gets takeover, it's godly. A lockdown, a stretch big, a sharp primary playmaker, secondary. Is a very good build that is slept on, but ain't as OP as the stretch. And you know what I'm saying? So there's literally stretch bigs, literally running it's literally people running 3 stretch bigs on some cheese, bro. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I ain't win against it yet. I have not won against it yet, but the minute I do, I probably will post a video on it and being like, got pulled up by 3 stretch bigs or something. Hopefully I got my lockdown, you know, but so I feel bad for my other teammates that got to guard it without my lock. But I'm gonna work on I did have to play sharp. I mean the sharp play, but honestly, man, I think I'd rather learn how to dribble, bro. I want to learn how to dribble for y'all, man. Dribbling takes skill, man. I ain't gonna lie, dribbling do take skill. You can't, if you don't know what you're doing dribbling, it shows. And if you're a really good dribbler, it shows that you actually took time to practice this game, man. So I'm actually gonna dribble, man. That's a challenge for me. I ain't never really tried that hard to be a top dribbler. I'm not saying I'm trying to be a top, but we're gonna just learn how, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, man. Till next video, I'll see y'all.